叫萍，欢迎来跟萍学中文。Today we're going to talk about essential questions, how to ask the questions and how to answer. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any new lessons. You've already learned some of them. In this lesson, we're going to put all these questions together so you have one place to review that. We learned the basic question, adding ma at the end of the sentence, subject, verb, object, and then ma.
你是陈工程师吗？ Are you engineer Chen? 不，我不是陈工程师。No, I'm not engineer Chen. 我是林老师。I'm teacher Lin.
In Chinese, adjectives function as verbs. So, for example, 好 is an adjective, is good. 你好吗? You put ma at the end and then 好 as a verb. So you won't use 是 in the sentence.
To answer, say 我很好，谢谢。你呢？很 means very. Please note that when you use adjective as a verb, you have to add an adverb such as 很 very in front of the adjective to make it complete, to sound more like a native speaker's speaking. I'm good, I'm fine, but you still have to say I'm very well. Add the word 很 in front of 好. This rule does not apply to negative sentence or a question, only for statements. Another example is
She's pretty. 她很漂亮.
you just want to mean she is pretty, but you still have to add the word very in front of pretty. 很漂亮，谢谢 means thank you. 你呢? How about you? 呢 is a question word. You put a noun, a pronoun, or you can use a phrase in front of 呢 to mean how about something. How about doing something? What about him? 他呢? If you're discussing about going out for fun and you say, how about eating Vietnamese food? 吃越南菜呢? 好的，去吃越南菜吧。Here you can omit the subject 我们. Let's go to have some Vietnamese food. 吧 you put it after a sentence or a phrase to indicate a suggestion, meaning let's do something. Next, 怎么样? How about it? What do you think of it? What do you think of eating Vietnamese food? You can also say 吃越南菜怎么样? You can review the episode Nationalities and Languages and episode Everyday Verbs and Phrases to learn how to say cuisine from different countries. What about going to eat Thai food? 去吃泰国菜怎么样? You ask someone about opinion of someone else. You can say, what do you think of Li Ling? Li Ling 怎么样? Number 4, A 不 A structure. This is also a basic question replacing subject, verb, object, ma, the same meaning. For previous question, are you engineer Chen? 你是陈工程师吗? We can say with the A 不 A structure, 你是不是陈工程师? Notice that there will be no ma at the end. 去唱歌好不好? How about going to sing? 好不好 good or bad? So here is a question. How about that? What do you think of it? It's the same meaning as 呢 and 怎么样? When using A 不 A structure, there's an exception. The verb 有 means to have. Its negative form is 没有. When you use A 不 A structure to ask the question, do you have? You have to say 有没有. It's wrong to say 有不有. That's incorrect. For example,
你有没有哥哥 Do you have older brother? I have one older brother. 我有一个哥哥 I don't have a little sister. 我没有妹妹
Do you have a little brother? 你有没有弟弟？我没有弟弟。If the verb is a two-character verb, you can say two words. You can also omit the second character for the first A. For example, 喜欢 Do you like Teacher Lin? 你喜欢不喜欢林老师 You can also omit the second word 欢 So you can say 你喜不喜欢林老师 To answer 我喜欢林老师 For adjective 漂亮 Is she pretty? 她漂不漂亮 You can omit the first 亮 To answer She is pretty 她很漂亮
But when you have specific question words, you will not put ma in the sentence because question words already indicate it's a question. For example, 你做什么工作 What do you do for work? 什么 is the question word what. 我是老师 I'm a teacher. 你是哪国人 What country are you from? That means what is your nationality? I'm an American. 我是美国人 In English you have an American. In Chinese you don't need to say one. 你是哪人我是北京人你是哪里人我是杭州人我是波士顿人 So 哪里 means the same thing where 你姓什么 What is your last name 我姓张 My last name is 张
A polite way to ask someone's last name is 您贵姓 您 is the polite form for 你贵 is honorable. What is your honorable last name?
你叫什么名字 What is your name? 我叫萍萍
You can watch the episode to learn more on an introduction.
你的家有几口人 How many people are there in your family? 我的家有4口人 There are 4 people in my family.
我有爸爸、妈妈、一个妹妹和我。I have my dad, mom, a little sister, and myself in my family.
We know the word 大 means big. 多大 means how big. 多大 how big means how old. The word 岁 means age. You put a number before 岁, that is your age.
Here in the answer, you can omit 是. For age over 10, you can omit 岁 as well. For example, 12 years old, 12岁, you can say 12. But for age 10 and under, you cannot omit the word 岁. 9 years old, you have to say 9岁. To ask about someone's age, the format is subject plus 多大了? How old is someone? Please note that you cannot add 是 in the sentence here because 大 is an adjective. In Chinese, adjectives function as verbs. For children 10 or younger than 10 years old, when you ask how old they are, you can say 你几岁了? Use the question word 几. 几 means which, how much, how many. 几 also means a few or several. When you ask older people's age, a polite way to ask is to add 年纪 or 岁数 after 多大。年纪、岁数 both means age. Change 你 to the polite form 您。您多大年纪了？ or 您多大岁数了？ How old are you?
你多大了？ How old are you? I'm 12 years old. 我12岁。You can say, this year I'm 12 years old. 我今年12岁。So,
in episode 3, Chinese language components, we mentioned that in Chinese grammar, we don't conjugate verbs. You add time indicator to indicate whether it's past, present, or future tense. For time indicator, you put it after the subject, before the verb. For I'm 12 years old, that's why we say 我今年12岁。Number 13, 第13, 谁 who. Who is he? 他是谁 He's my little brother's teacher. 他是我弟弟的老师。Number 14, 第14, 是还是 Is it A or B? Are they Mexicans or Indians? 他们是墨西哥人还是印度人 I don't know. 我不知道。
how to ask, what time is it now? The subject, 现在 use the word 几 the question word, and then which hour, which o'clock. So, 现在几点了? You add 了 at the end. Usually after time, you add 了 at the end to soften the tone, like it's already what time? 3:05. 现在是3:05. So 0, you say 0. To ask today is which day, which month. The same, use 几. 今天是几月几号 or 今天是几月几日 Today is which month, which day. Today is February 14th. 今天是2月14号 Valentine's Day, 情人节 To ask the question, what year is this year? So this year will be the subject. 今年是
哪年
This year is 2022. So 今年是2022年
Number 18, 第18, what date is today, including year, month, and day? We use question word 哪 to mean which.
Day, month, and year, just like it's telling about the time, we all go by the order of big one first, go down to the small one. 日 means day. Year means month. Year also is the moon. Every full moon is 1 month. So 年 is the year. So,
What date is today to include year, month, and date? 今天是哪年哪月哪号 or you can say 哪日 今天是2021年3月3日 or 3月3号。Number 19, 第19 Ask about birthday. 生日。What date is your birthday? You can use what we just talked about, year, month, date. Your birthday will be the subject. The order is, your birthday is which year, which month, which date. 你的生日是哪年哪月哪日？ You can also say, 你的生日是什么时候？ When is your birthday? 什么 is what? 时候 is moment. What moment, what time is when? 什么时候？我的生日是1991年1月1号。New Year's Day. 新年。Number 20. 第20 Ask about day of the week. Day of the week is 星期。Which day of the week? Use the question word 几。星期几 Which day of the week? Which day of the week is today? So use today 今天 as subject. 今天是星期几 Day of the week is today. Let's say today is Tuesday. 今天是星期二。
Let's recap what we have learned today.
We've learned how to ask 20 common questions and how to answer them. Use these 20 sentence patterns to ask questions by changing the subject, changing the verbs, and changing the objects. And practice with these patterns. It's a good idea to review previous episodes: family, occupations, numbers, pronouns, day and time, nationalities and languages, as well as everyday verbs. To incorporate vocabulary from these episodes, use these patterns you learned today to practice.